So I am Jessica Schroeder. I am a brand advisor here at Delta Airlines. I've been with the company for just over 18 years, and I oversee our local hiring initiative here in our office. And with me joining is Eric Soderberg, showing up as Sonia Cantor. He is a customer engagement manager here in our office, and he will speak more about what we do here at Delta and what our hiring initiatives are looking like at the moment.
Hi, everybody. Yes, so we are a customer engagement center for Delta Airlines. We're actually, the center itself is located in Chisholm, Minnesota. Jess, if you want to jump to our next screen real quick. So essentially, we are one of 9 customer engagement centers that Delta Airlines has around the world. There's going to be ourselves. We have one in Minneapolis, Cincinnati, Atlanta, Tampa. We have Augusta, Georgia, Salt Lake City, Dallas, and then we also have a center in Singapore. And we all take essentially inbound customer phone calls. If you want to book a ticket, if you want to change a ticket, working with our frequent flyer program customers, anything like that, it's going to come to one of these centers. And basically, we've got a number of different lines of business within the center. We do hire right off the bat to our sales line. So we come in, we do all of our training in-house. So you'll come into the center and we'll teach you how to use all the software programs. We'll teach you how to use the computers, how to take the phone calls, how to handle customer inquiries, all those sorts of things right off the bat. So it's not something where you need to have a big background in technology or anything like that. We will teach you how to do literally everything. We are located in Chisholm, Minnesota. You can see kind of the big blue circle where we are right now. We are right across the street from the Minnesota Discovery Center and from the Ironman. So we're right at 169. Super easy to get to the office. It's a good, easy commute from Virginia, Grand Rapids, kind of all over the area to get to us. Yes, let's see here. We have a number of different lines of business. I talked about the sales line. We also have a service line for changing reservations. We have a line for ticketing. So if you needed to change a ticket and you were flying into Minneapolis and now you wanted to fly into somewhere else, they'll figure out whether we owe you money or you owe us money or it's a wash, things like that. We have a supervisor line, which is the quintessential, I want to talk to your supervisor. We have a line of people who handle that in addition to helping the specialists with how do I find this? How do I interpret this? I haven't run into this situation before. A number of things to make sure everybody's as supported as possible. And then we have our newest line of business actually is messaging. Where basically you can go onto the delta.com app or through WhatsApp and message with a specialist. This is a line of business that's really growing very, very quickly. Last year, it accounted for about 5% of our customer interactions, and this year it's closer to about 40% right now. It's very, very popular with our customers, and essentially they are just texting and you are typing back and working on reservations at the customer's leisure. So they can send a message, put their phone down, come back 10 minutes later, take a look at what the answer is, and work through it like that. With a lot of our newer specialists we're hiring, this has been a very, very interesting line for them to go to. So they really want to do that. If you want to jump to the next slide real quick here. This is the compensation slide, basically telling you what we pay. We do currently start at $15.15 an hour. Then we have pay raises automatically at 6 months, 1 year, year and a half, and then every year after that up to 10.5 years. The current top out's a little over $32 an hour. If you happen to work a shift starting at noon or later, you get 52 cents an hour more. And if you work on one of the specialty lines of business I talked about, like our ticketing or our supervisors, you'll get $1 an hour more on top of that. These raises, they all come through automatically. There's nothing based on performance. It's just purely a longevity raise as we go through. Excuse me. We also have a 401k matching, full medical, dental, vision insurance, life insurance. Well-being, share care are 2 programs that we have for different things you don't really run into a whole lot, like if you need finding counseling or something like that. We have mental health counselors who can come into the office and meet with you, or they can arrange something through your phone or on your at your leisure, essentially. But it's also little unseen things you run into, like, how do I deal with my insurance company because a tree fell on my house and I can't get across to them that it wasn't my fault, it was my neighbor's fault. You can reach out to somebody, we can put you in contact with a lawyer that Delta will cover, and they'll tell you, say these things in this way, and the insurance company will understand what you're trying to get across. So the things that you don't really see coming, essentially. We do offer work at home several times throughout the year, depending on if we're adding more people to the work at home line of business. Currently in our office right now, about 40% of our office works from home. The other 6% works here in the office. Price sharing is something that we offer. Obviously, it's been a little rough the last 2 years, but it is something that we're looking forward to offering again in the future. We do have paid vacation. Holidays, you do get 10 paid holidays a year because obviously we don't close. So we're always here on holidays. So if you work that holiday, you can take that day paid off sometime else. If you're going to work on Thanksgiving, you can take a day off in August or February, whatever you feel like it. PPT or PTO is essentially your sick time. You get 7 days of that a year to use an hour at a time or a day at a time, whatever it works for you. Of course, we have flight benefits. We are an airline, so we have the option to go pretty much whenever you want, as long as we have a seat open. So if you want to go and have lunch in Amsterdam, we have a seat, hop on the plane, go on, head on over. We do have flexible shifts. So shifts, you're probably going to end up starting off on an afternoon shift, which is great for the people who don't like getting up in the morning. But also you have the option to pick up more hours or trade away hours if you want to work more or less. If you're trying to build in an extra week off for a vacation, or you want to pick up more hours for the holidays or something coming up, you've got that ability to do that. Perks and discounts. Because Delta's a large company, we have basically deals set up with most major companies. You can go to the Ford dealership, order a car, and get a discount on your car because you're a Delta employee. If you want to go to Disneyland, there's a discount on ticket prices because you're a Delta employee. There's all these different perks and things. There's a full list of them you'll get when you join the company, but it's literally, you want to go to a hotel, I haven't paid full price for a hotel in 20 years. So it's a great option. And then also we have a Delta Scholarship Fund, which is a fund that is funded completely by employee donations. And they look to give out as many scholarships as they can per year. The only thing they look at is making sure that they have enough money to continue giving scholarships every year. So the number that they give out flexes each year. This year it was a little over 250 scholarships that were given out, anywhere from $500 to $5,000. The only real qualifier is you have to write a quick little essay explaining essentially why you want this. Either be a Delta employee or a family member of a Delta employee. Otherwise, they give them out as much as they can. I'm going to jump to the next slide real quick here. We do also do a lot of volunteering. Delta works closely with a number of organizations. Currently within the area, we work with Habitat for Humanity, the American Cancer Society Relay for Life, the United Way, and the American Red Cross. We are actually the #1 corporate donor for the American Red Cross within the US. For Habitat for Humanity, will work on builds. We've done tying rebar to putting up 2x4s to a lot of painting on houses they work on. The Relay, we work closely with American Cancer Society to help put that on as well. And with the United Way, we send out a team usually about once a month to do buddy backpacks, reading books for the kids around school starting with, I think it's Mr. Ed's Farm. All the different opportunities that the United Way has for fundraisers, we work with those. Outside of the area, we also work closely with the USO, the YMCA, the Fisher House. Breast Cancer Research Foundation is a big recipient of funds raised with Delta. Covenant House, and then Kaboom, which is obviously just an awesome program where essentially they raise money and build playgrounds for schools. And They apply. If you're chosen, Delta sends a team of people out with all the stuff, and they just put it in a playground. So it's all these different variety of options that you have to volunteer. If I want to jump to the next slide real quick here. This next couple of slides are basically what the office itself looks like. We did fully remodel the office back in 2015. So it looks much different than anybody, if you've seen it before that. It is very open, very bright. Lots of windows coming in. The pictures you're seeing actually were taken at night, so it tells you how much light there is in here. But the lights themselves will dim throughout the day. So as the sun gets brighter outside, the lights will get dimmer just to try and maintain the same level. It's easier on your eyes. The lights are all LED, so you don't have the flicker of the lights from fluorescence or anything like that. During the remodel, we replaced all the desks, the chairs. The desks are all a powered sit-to-stand desk. The chairs are all fully ergonomically adjustable, so you can set up your desk how you want it to help essentially make you as comfortable as possible. We do have an exercise room. Normally, right now, it's actually a COVID testing facility. But when it's open as an exercise room, we have treadmills and stair climbers and weights and all sorts of stuff that's available for you just within the office. There is our break room actually has a marketplace as well. So if you forgot your lunch, you can buy drinks or snacks, things like that. And basically, we try to make it as nice and as comfortable of a place to work as we possibly can. If you want to jump to the next slide real quick here. Obviously, travel is a big part of working for an airline. And so you have the option to hop on a plane and go to wherever you want. We have the Coliseum in Rome here, a couple of pictures of some from a trip to Alaska. A big one for some of our newer people, our students who are joining, is if you want to go and see a band or you want to go and see the Minnesota Wild and it's too expensive to buy it here, you can go fly somewhere else where it's cheap. Why go and see the band and stand outside in the snow in the wintertime waiting to get into the venue when you could fly down to Tampa and go see that same band and stand outside where it's 70 degrees? Like it gives you a bunch of options. Excuse me. One side note, the castle there actually is Dracula's castle in Transylvania. So one of our specialists flew out there literally just to be able to see Dracula's castle. If you want to jump to our last slide. So basically, we serve about 200 million people a year flying annually. We are one of the most awarded airlines. We are one of Fortune's top 50, most of our companies 8 times in the last 9 years. We did achieve the JD Power #1 in customer satisfaction amongst airlines this year, which was huge because we did it during a pandemic. Regularly get top honors from organizations like Glassdoor, and we're recognized as a top workplace for women and members of the military. Our diversity, equity, and inclusion, we have an entire council on this because essentially it's part of Delta's culture, and we believe that how we look and how we act should be reflected in our people, the companies that we do business with, and the way we treat our customers, and the manner in which we serve the world. Basically, we go all over the world. We want to make sure that we're representing everybody from all over the world. Some airline alliances. So we partner with a lot of other airlines. KLM, which is a Dutch airline, Air France from France, Aeromexico is out of Mexico, China Eastern, Korean Air, Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Australia, and WestJet. And essentially, we are hiring as well. We are hiring for ourselves here in the IRC, which is what our office is called, and actually all other offices within the system as well. And that is kind of a little rundown on Delta Airlines here in Chisholm.
Great. Thank you for sharing, Eric and Jessica. We appreciate that.